everybody. Welcome to the Hockey Gambling Podcast, all the sports gambling podcast network. My name is Talon Jenkins, a.k.a. the Christmas Slut. Joined by our hosts, we got Ryan Gilbert, the Christmas Hoe, and Joel Meyer, the Christmas Bitch. Gentlemen, how the hell are we doing tonight?
That's actually the holiday hoe to you, but I'm doing good here. I got a Wednesday night show, so always good. Usually a little bit earlier, so I have some time after the show before I have to go to bed. So your brewski's here. Got a big slate on Thursday, so I'm excited here. Excited for this show.
Was ist los, Kameraden? It was the final match day of the Rückrunde, or the Hinrunde rather, in the German Bundesliga, and it was an excellent result with Bayer Leverkusen finishing atop the table with an historic pace so far. I think only one loss, one draw ahead of the mighty Bayern Munich. So hopefully they can hold on in the Hinrunde and win the title for Bundesliga. It's open. We can take it, and just put it this way. Think of an NHL team, let's say the Boston Bruins, for talent's sake. Think of them winning 11 seasons in a row. That's what it's like in the Bundesliga right now. One team winning for 11 seasons in a row, and hopefully this is the last one, but probably not. Probably not.
Can you guys move up a division if you win? Is that a thing or no?
No, it's the first division.
Okay.
There's only relegation now. The division below, they got promotion and relegation, but for us, it's just the very top.
Is this in Germany?
Yeah.
Is this isn't that that Canadian kid that plays in Germany?
Alphonso Davies, yeah, he plays for Munich.
Okay. Do you like that or no? You don't like that?
I like to cheer for Bayern in the Champions League, but not in the Bundesliga. So.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we cleared
the competition they're playing in.
Hey, Joel, you know what? I can only speak for myself. I'm sure Ryan agrees. I'm just happy that you're happy. Okay.
Thanks, bro.
100%.
That's what it's all about here.
Exactly. That's what you get with the Christmas Slut and the Holiday Hoe. We're happy that you're happy, especially at this time of year. I'm doing good. I'm chilling. I just fucking crushed a sub. I've been eating so shitty the past couple of days, but you know what? It's the holidays. I've done work until after fucking Christmas, so that's rocking and rolling. I got beers. I got more beers. We got a bag of chips. I'm ready to have myself a fucking night here, gentlemen. I'm doing good. A little bit miserable because of that Leaf stinker last night, but hey, what can you do? We're going to disregard that because the only path is forwards. You like that? I know you like that. All right, I'm doing good. Every go check out the Sports Gambling Podcast, our website. That's the place to be. Tons of stuff going on in the world of sports, baby. What do we got? Oh, what's going on there, Jolie? Something going on?
Well, I was worried about my fridge there for a second. It was turned off or something, and I didn't hear anything, but now I can hear it, so it's working. We're good. We're good.
Is your fridge running?
So funny.
Go catch it.
That is a Ryan joke.
100%. That's unbelievable that worked. Go to SGPN website. Check out all the stuff. Tons of stuff going on in the world of sports. We got hockey. We got soccer. Who knew? That's awesome. We got the real football. We got NFL football. We got college football going on. There's NBA going on. There's I'm sure there's MMA, golf. I haven't actually looked at what golf tournaments for. Maybe there's something good. Maybe I'll throw some bets on and throw it in the Discord. We'll have to see on that. Baseball, Ryan. Anything going on in the world of baseball?
Pitchers and catchers right around the corner,
Is it actually? When do they report?
No, it's like February. But Yamamoto is still deciding between the Yankees, Mets, Dodgers, Red Sox, Giants. So, no, nothing going on.
Is that a big
Japanese
deal,
taking over?
Yeah,
are
taking over.
Names in free agency.
Honestly, everything you hear about baseball, it's some Japanese person.
Hanko Lee or somebody out in the Giants signed him. It was Yoshida got signed by the Red Sox last year. Now we got Yamamoto. So yeah, it's
and they won the World Cup of Baseball, whatever, last year, right?
They did, the World Baseball Classic. Ohtani struck out Mike Trout. Yeah, former teammates.
Did you play baseball when you were younger?
I played soccer and I was horrible.
Me too. Me too. Actually,
I did play goalie for a bit. I was decent for a few games and then just no.
Lanky motherfucker. He's the Hamburglar of soccer goalie.
He doesn't have to jump to reach the crossbar.
Dude, I was bench warmer in my high school varsity team all the way from grade 9. And all I did was just get high as fuck. And then my coach would be like, all right, we'll put you in for about 5 minutes a half just to give our guy a break. And I was like, you got it, coach. Anything to get me out of class. And we had a good relationship going on. So Hell yeah. All right, tons of stuff in the world of sports, baby. That's fucking sweet. You can find all the information on the SGPN website. Be sure to listen to the other shows. Everybody's absolutely killing it. Shout out our boy Jeff Fox and the MMA podcast. Still at war. I don't know if you guys noticed. I dropped bombs in there the other day. I do these little gifs of little planes dropping bombs randomly, and nobody ever really knows what's going on, but I know, and it makes me feel better. So we did that. What else is going on? Check out Ryan's fantasy hockey article. So he's banging out. That's gonna be fucking sweet. We got World Junior Hockey's coming up. We plan on recording an episode for that on Thursday, and hopefully we'll be doing a deep dive into that, so be on the lookout for that come Thursday for all of your World Junior kind of team previews and so on of that nature. That's going to be absolutely electric. We're stoked. And of course, shout out to all our friends and pals in the Discord's popping off, baby. We had some great conversations in there today. Everybody's having a good time. Lots of people involved. What's going on? We got fucking enemies becoming pals. We got pals becoming besties. We got besties becoming lovers. Maybe, who knows what's going on in the Discord? You never know. You know what's going on. So everybody's having a good time. Shout out to all our friends and pals in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, you're not making money. If you want to get in the Discord, you can reach out to myself or Ryan on Twitter. We'll be sure to point you in the right direction. Or you can reach out to the HTP Twitter account, our social media assistant producer. He'll fucking get you going. He'll do everything that needs to do to get you right on in there. That's sweet. Or what you can do is just buy a one-way ticket to Germany, baby. And when you're in Germany, you just got to go to the soccer match. And when you're at the soccer match, you know who you're going to meet there at that German soccer match? Our little fresh haircutted pal, Mr. Joel Meyer. He'll be there. He'll be boozing with his little fresh little haircut that Ryan and I noticed as soon as he came on, because that's the kind of guys that we are, that we noticed. And then when you see him there just boozing, just shit hammered, just fucking eating like cheese or something or whatever they do over there. Like, hey, how do I get into the Discord? And they'll be like, hey, this is how you do it. Now shut the fuck up. I'm trying to sweat my team winning this soccer cup.
Willkommen. And another note for the Discord is that we finally have our first chicken there. So we are welcome to all sexes, and so you're free to join if you're a man or a woman.
Yes. You are. You're right. That's good. I don't recommend it. I really don't. But hell yeah, have a good time. That's all that matters, baby. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first one that's posting. Mrs. M is in there. She lurks sometimes, but the first one that admitted to being in there. Yeah, so get in the Discord. Discord last night threw out a live play of the Coyotes after Joel mushed the Sens on the live show. So that hit on the money line, M plus 2.5. Yotes in that building. Once they get going, they're kind of wild there. So get in the Discord, sg.pn/Discord, or reach out to myself or Talon on Twitter, or at HockeySGPN. Follow us there. Also, make sure you are subscribed to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on YouTube if you're listening to the podcast, or on Apple or Spotify if you're a YouTube follower. Make sure you're following us everywhere. Going live on YouTube for all of our shows now, and you can get the episodes in your feed as soon as they're published. So make sure you subscribe everywhere.
The expected episodes recording per week, it's pretty high. I'm just gonna say, whether that happens or not, you never know, but the expectations are there. I'm just going to say that, All right, we're going to move into our lock dogs and totals from last show. I'm getting fucking pissed off with this. Jolie went 2-1. He's down 0.09 units. Ryan went 1 and 2, down 1.55 units. I went 1 and 2, down 2.05 units. This is horse shit. Joel Meyer, let's go.
Yeah, lock failed, unfortunately. The Oilers' money line, minus 135. They scored like a minute in, Leon Draisaitl, and they were on top for a while. But Sorokin held them in the game in the first period. And, second period was all Islanders. And, it was 3-1 before the end of the second. Third period, Oilers stormed back, but Sorokin was unreal. He was legit 20-22-23 Sorokin, and he preserved the lead for the Islanders. No goals in the third at all. And my dog, Rangers' money line, even money. The revenge of the Iraqi POWs succeeded. They invaded the American soldiers in Toronto.
9/11 part 2, baby. 9/11 part 2. The Canadian
let's
version.
go. Allahu Akbar. Nice win there. It was a pretty even game, but the Rangers special teams came through, especially with that 4-2 clincher there with like 6 minutes to go or so.
We get it, Joel. We get it.
Yeah, Martin Jones, he was solid, but a few leaky goals too. And the total, the aforementioned Sens Coyotes game, I did mush the Sens, but thankfully the Coyotes coming back meant that the over happened. I had over 6.5 here, -110. It was all Coyotes after the first period. Like the dead cat bounce lasted for like 10 minutes when the Sens scored 3 goals right away. And after that, it was done. That's as long as it lasted for the Sens. And yeah, the Coyotes won 4-3, but that's an over.
Yeah, for me, my lock was the Sabres, -170. They got absolutely embarrassed by Columbus, 9-4. I believe this was a game that Joel said take the alt total in. So if you took the over 12.5, whatever that was at, that hit there. I'm surprised Don Granato still has a job after that. The Sabres got some tough games coming up we'll talk about. But my dog, Flyers, +145 at the Devils. Big overtime win there. Owen Tippett stealing the puck from Jack Hughes, winning it. Final minute of overtime there, or just about. So I was expecting another shootout there. And my total, the goalie game, it wasn't Demko. It was DeSmith. DeSmith played well, but it was Saros who did not play well. So the Canucks Predators under 6, -102. I believe it was a 5-2 final with a.
That's a bit of a bad beat.
It wasn't a bad beat.
Like
it was
10
5-1.
seconds
It was
left.
5-1.
Yeah,
5-1 late, and then I checked it.
Yeah,
I thought I was going to
goal.
at least get a push, but. No, that's how she goes. So 1 and 2 down 1.55 units.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for myself, I had for my lock, the very fraudulent Boston Bruins in regulation versus Minnesota -130. I was tracking this game, fucking going into the third period. Bruins are up 2-1. I'm like, all right, Minnesota on the second night of back-to-back, just shut it down, play some good, solid hockey. Next thing I knew, I take a look at the Wild are winning 3-2. I'm like, what the shit? Boston ended up tying it late, going to overtime. So irrelevant based off that metric because I had a regulation. But I decided, here I am. Oh, I'll fucking hammer the Bruins, like really big hammer going into fucking OT. And sure enough, they end up losing that. So Marc-Andre Fleury made like 40 saves or something stupid. Just said, yeah, by the way, 39 years old, I'm going to make 39 saves so you can just slick my taint. So that's what Fleury did. But I don't know. That sucked. I still think that was a good bet, but whatever. For my dog, Vegas Golden Knights on the money line versus Carolina +110. This stunk. Logan Thompson's dead to me. This guy, so I don't care if you're a Brock Badger. You know who went to Brock? Fucking Logan Thompson. It's a university in it's in St. Catharines in Ontario. It's like right beside Niagara Falls. Coincidentally, it's also where Alexis on Fire is from. So shout out St. Catharines. If you have any friends and pals listening in there. But yeah, he went to Brock University. You know who else went there? Kyle fucking Dubas and my sister. So I'm pretty familiar with the campus. I used to go up there and party when I was in like grade 9 and shit like that. It was a shit show. I have many good tales to come from that campus. But fuck Logan Thompson, you're dead to me. Fuck the Brock Badgers. Carolina was all over this game. They were up early and they were up often and they were pretty dominant. Vegas never had a chance. So that missed them. My total, Leafs Rangers over 6.5 -105. Yeah, I feel like this is one of the easiest plays to make of that night. Like, to be fair, it was like 2-2 with like 10 minutes left in the third. So maybe I'm not giving it enough credit there. And the score was much closer than what it made to look like. I think it was like 2 empty netters. It's like a 5-2 final or something like that. But
1 empty netter.
1 empty netter? Okay, well, then they scored. I don't fucking know. Whatever.
I mentioned it. It was the power play at 4-2.
You think I was listening? I
thought you were watching your Leafs.
Yeah, I was watching, but then I was getting sad, so I started drinking. Right, so that's how that happens. Austin Matthews got 2 goals. Guy's on pace for 72 goals right now. This is absolutely insane.
That's insane. It's insane.
Yeah, there's talks now. I don't think it's gonna happen, but you know the Leaf market. We like to just overtop everyone saying 50 and 50s on the table, and like technically it is. Let's face it. Probably not going to happen, but Christ, guy's got 25 goals in like 28 games or some shit like that. It's pretty crazy, man. So that hasn't happened since like, I think Gretzky or some shit like that. But I don't know. It's fun to talk about. I got a bet with Galati at work. I think he gave me Matthews to hit 60 goals at 12-1. So I'm, literally
you're clear there.
Exactly, right? So I'm like, come on, you Italian fuck. Keep talking, baby. As long as
when did he give you this?
Preseason, before the season started.
Oh, okay. That makes a little more sense.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. So fingers crossed that can come through. But I don't know. It's good to see that he's popping off. But anyways, that's our Lock Dogs totals.
All right. We are brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy has a way to play alongside your favorite fantasy players all season long. NFL, NBA, NHL, college sports. Simply pick higher or lower on your favorite players' fantasy stats and cash in. Watch along, make your picks, and maybe make a little cash over on Underdog's mobile app or website, underdogfantasy.com. And when you sign up with the promo code SGPN, Underdog will double your first deposit of up to $100. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN.
All right. It keeps throwing me off because we have short. I remember we used to have those long ass things.
Oh,
Holy shit.
wait for the second ad break. Don't worry. Don't shoot
no.
Larry.
Oh no. If I ever had incentive not to go 0-3 for the next show, and that's it. All right, gentlemen. We got 12 games set for Thursday, December 21st here. Are we ready to rock and roll here or what?
Oh yeah.
You little you little holiday ho, you. All right, first game on the docket here. We just talked a little bit about it. We're talking about the Toronto Maple Leafs against the Buffalo Sabres. Game itself is in Buffalo here. Toronto on the money line sitting at -162. Buffalo on the money line at +136. Over under sitting at 6.5. Over paying off -142. The under +120 here. Both teams coming off pretty shitty losses. Maybe not as much as the Leafs, but Buffalo giving up 9 goals to fucking Columbus was absolutely horrendous here. You got to think Toronto's got to win this game. I believe Ilya Samsonov is expected to start. Nothing has been confirmed here. You got to get Sammy going here. Now, I will say, all disclosure, I'm betting the Leafs in this game -162, but there's a lot of ghosts for Toronto in that fucking Buffalo arena, man. I feel like for my entire life, every time we've been playing the Sabres, especially on the road, we end up fucking losing. But this can't happen. This Buffalo team's not playing great hockey. You know, he's gonna be a guy. He's not necessarily playing the greatest. Jeff Skinner's injured here. There's some good pieces in Buffalo, don't get me wrong, but you got to go with the Leafs, man. The last game against the Rangers, the first team in the fucking Metro, yes, guess what? It was a closer game than what the score looked like, and you were right in there. You got to go into Buffalo and beat the shit out of them if you want to be the real deal. So give me the Leafs on the money line -162. Over. There's a chance both teams could score fucking 7 goals. We could have a 15-goal game here with an 8-7 final or something with the way these teams are playing. So I'll be leaning towards the over. Little quick prop bet here. Both goalies to make over 29.5 saves. It hit for me in the last Leafs game. Leafs versus Rangers there. So that's juice to the gills. You can find that at the score. Probably be sitting around like +450, +500. Also, something I've been hammering that's becoming available, and you guys are going to laugh at me. Noah Gregor over the number on shots on goal totals. Normally the number is sitting at 1.2. You can find it for like -150. That's what I got it at yesterday. He only had 2 shots yesterday, but it did still hit. This guy just seems to find a way to put the fucking puck on the net with a not great defensive team like this. Whenever this fourth line's out, this guy's getting shots. So Noah Gregor over 1.5 shots on goal.
That has been hitting. Yeah, I'm looking at his game log here, hitting 7 of his past 10. So that's some good Maple Leafs insider insight there. Yeah, I agree. The Sabres are dead to me after that last loss. 4-9 at home to Columbus. They won in Vegas, gave us some hope, but besides that, they haven't been playing well recently at all. Maple Leafs coming off a loss. They've bounced back from losses well recently. 2 big wins, then a 4-3 win in Ottawa after their most recent 3 losses. So I think the -162 here is too low of a price. So I like the Leafs there. And I love the over 6.5 at -142. It was a 6-4 game earlier this season. All 3 meetings last season had at least 7 goals. So love the Leafs and the over here for this one.
I agree with all that. Normally, I'd like to look the Sabres' way, given the Leafs' struggles against them. Historically, these teams do tend up to get up for these Leafs games. But no, the Sabres look like a dead team walking right now. That's why Don Granato is favored to be the next coach fired, and I expect that to happen probably after Christmas. I don't think that they'll fire him right before Christmas, but after Christmas for sure. But this is a good opportunity here for the Leafs to get back on track. They've been playing very well lately. We mentioned that Rangers game was pretty close, even though the score is 5-2. Sabres I would not want to back them as favorites, and I would like to back them as dogs, but not in this case. Leafs get right spot, absolutely much better team here, and same reasons for the over. The Sabres defense is pitiful, and their goaltending is only slightly better with Levi in net. We don't even know if he's starting, and one more thing is looking forward to another rematch between Rasmus Dahlin and Austin Matthews, one of the low-key better
it's not a rivalry.
They hate each other.
No, because Dahlin was a dick in the Winter Classic, and Matthews fucking two-handed him in the jaw, and then they suspended him.
They've been going at it in other games too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that's it. I'll be watching that matchup, Matthews versus Dahlin. Come on.
Yeah. Fucking who's that guy that two-handed there's a Truba, the two-handed guy slashed
Frederick.
him in the side of the fucking head.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Got a fine for it.
yeah, you got a fine for it. Matthews does less than a thing, gets a 3-game suspension. Fuck off. When he's on pace for 60 goals, still got his bullshit. All right, moving down to this. But the NHL favors the Leafs. Fuck off. All right, moving down to the 7 p.m. time slot here. We have the St. Louis Blues against the Florida Panthers. Game itself is in Florida, baby. Nice and sunny. St. Louis on the money line sitting at plus 180. Florida on the money line at minus 218. Panthers on the puck line, if you're interested at minus 1.5, is at plus 114. The over-under is at 6.5. Over sitting at minus 102. The under minus 118. You got to love the Panthers in the game. Florida's definitely a fucking lights out team, especially at home. They're 9-4-0 this year. St. Louis is 6-10-1 on the road. Minus 218 on the money line is a lot of juice to play. Regulation, I guess, is in play for you if you're interested. Probably sitting at like minus 150 or something. I personally am all over this game on the puck line for Florida. It's the cock line. We get fucked by it all the time. That's why we got the cock line. We know, we understand minus 1.5 and shit. But I'll tell you what, 8 of the past 10 Florida wins have been by 2 or more goals, and 4 of the past 5 have been by 2 or more. And they're definitely the way better team in this, man. So I'm going to be all over that. As far as over-under goes in this game, dude, I watched Bobrovsky play when Florida played the Oilers the other game, and he was fucking lights out. This guy was making 10-bell saves. It was playoff Bobrovsky last year. So I'm going to wait and see if he's getting the nod or not for this game. It says he's expected to, whether that happens or not. If Bob's playing, I'm definitely taking the under here. I could see this being like a 4-1 final or something like that, or even a 4-2 final. So, yeah, give me the Panthers. If Bob's playing, give me the under.
Yeah, got to go with the Panthers here at home, minus 218. Probably a little bit too steep, but that puck line at plus odds, plus 114. I have gotten cut a few times this season by the Panthers, but I'm glad Talon brought up those Panther stats with those big wins, because the Blues, I was going through their losses. They have 15 regulation losses this season, and all 15 of them have been by at least 2 goals. So,
are you serious?
Yeah, they opened the season with a shootout loss in Dallas. Since then, it's been a bunch of 2-goal losses. So,
oh my goodness,
they're either in the game and win it, or they lose. And they went down to Tampa Bay, lost 6-1. I think they were down 4 or 5-0 after the first period. Florida's going to want to get it going after a road trip where they only went 2-3, coming off a loss in Calgary. Had 2 days off, coming back home now. So love the Panthers on the puck line, plus 114. And I would lean to the over here. I think the Panthers might be able to score 5 themselves, and the Blues are capable of scoring 1 or 2. But much better play on the Panthers puck line there, plus 114.
Ordinarily, I'd like to look away from Panthers puck lines, given the way that they play these days. Much more of a grindier defensive style of hockey, which is why their under's been cashing all year long. But yeah, the Blues do tend to either win a close one or just get blown out, as Ryan is mentioning there. So yeah, I'm staying away from that. I'll lay the juice, minus 218, whatever. I'll take the Panthers money line. Trust them to get it done. The Panthers are coming back from a long road trip, but it was unsuccessful, and they're not feeling drunk and happy. They want to get back to business. If they've had a few days to stew, to think about getting their revenge and getting back on track. Again, Tal mentioned, great team at home. I like the Panthers quite a bit in this one. Blues are bad, and yeah, they got blown out. You'd think that they put out in a better effort here. You like to back teams who get blown out like this, 6-1 in the last one. But I don't think it happens against a much superior Florida team who are hungry themselves. So yeah, I love the Panthers here, and yeah, I think the under is still in play for this one. The odds are not quite adjusted yet. The 6.5 for Panthers games, I think, is a solid play 90% of the time. I don't see the Blues scoring too many goals, so I think it's safe to play the Panthers money line and the under 6.5.
Okay, moving down to the 7 p.m. time slot again. We got the Nashville Predators against the Philadelphia Flyers, baby. Game itself is in Philly. Nashville on the money line at plus 100. Philly on the money line at minus 120. The over-unders at 5.5. Over sitting at minus 125. The under plus 105. My little holiday hoe over there in Philly. What do we got going on in this game, baby?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, I want to discuss the goaltending situation here. I know Carter Hart has been going in and out with some sort of stomach issue he's trying to manage here, so we don't know if he's going to start. But
it was a fluid issue, didn't you say?
It was a fluid situation there, but they thought they figured it out. I don't know if it's like a IBS type adjacent or a celiac or like a
needs a new O-ring.
He needs something there, but Sam Ersson has been fantastic. I mean, the first 2 games of the year, he allowed 12 goals on 50 shots. So that completely tanked his save percentage, but in his last 10 games, he's 8-1-1, 19 goals against, 929 save percentage, 2 shutouts in there. So I think, Nashville and the Flyers played last week in Nashville. Flyers came back. They were kind of slow in that one, came back to force overtime at the very least. Nashville now going on the road after a home loss to the Canucks, where UC Saros, got lit up a little bit after a good stretch there. Flyers are a great home team. They're a great team overall this season. So, you guys know I'm on the Flyers here, -120. And I would lean to the under 5.5. It is low, but +105. I think the Flyers are playing well defensively. They're not scoring too much. Hopefully their power play can get going. They're 0 for their last 15 or 16, if not more. So strong play on the Flyers, -120, and a lean to the under 5.5 at +105.
For a side here, I have no clue. Predators just got embarrassed at home, 5-2, but it's more one-sided than that. The Predators had like a 10-minute stretch where they were the better team, but other than that, it was all Canucks, and I expected better performance out of them. Then again, the Canucks, I don't know, they've won 8 out of the past 10 against the Predators, something crazy like that. So apparently the Canucks just own the Preds. But yeah, regardless, they should be a little bit more fired up for this one. Flyers, I don't know how they keep doing it. They keep winning these close games. Maybe that regresses a little bit, but regardless, I'm not playing a side here. I think it's pretty fairly priced, but I'm going the other way with the total over 5.5 here. I know it's -125, but I think we could see 6 goals here. The way that the Predators play, it's much more offensive. I know Saros had a good, bad game last one. I don't know if he's going to be playing this one, but I expect him to. Maybe he'll have a better game. Who knows? But still, the way that the Predators are playing, over 5.5. If it's a 5.5 total, I think you got to go with the over. So that's what I'm going with. Give me the over.
Oh, this is tough. I have full discretion here. I haven't got to watch a lot of Flyers hockey this year. I think I've only caught 2 games or something. I feel like they're always playing whenever the Leafs are playing. I don't know what that's all about, but yeah. Jolie brought up a good point. Nashville coming off that loss to Vancouver here. They've been on a 5-game winning streak or 4-game winning streak or something heading into that game. They've been great at home. They haven't necessarily been the great at the road. They're mid. They're 7-7. I'm going to ride with the hot hand here, man. Flyers are still on a 3-game winning streak. At home, they've been okay, 8-6-1. They've been a better road team. But Torts has these guys firing on all cylinders, man. It's the first night of a back-to-back for Philly. I believe they played Detroit on the I guess it'd be on the Friday night. Yeah. I'm okay with Philly in this game. I think they can take a -120. I got to go against Jolie here. I think we're going to have an under game at 5 or under 5.5. I would like it a lot better if it was 6, but it's not. But I think this is one's just going to make a tight, close, defensive style kind of game with what we have here, man. I'm sorry, no offense, but I think of these two teams, I don't really think offensive juggernauts. I think tight system play, good goaltending, whether it be Hart or Urson or whoever. That fucking we were chirping them a couple of weeks ago, but what did they say? Liars can figure, but figures don't lie, or some shit like that. The kid's numbers have been fucking good, man. So I'll give him credit for that. He's keeping the biscuit out of the basket. And if it's Carter Hart in net, you can say the same thing about him. And then UC Saros is just a sledgehammer back there, man. The guy's just fucking knocking pucks away. So I don't know. I lean towards the under, and then give me the Flyers. Let's go. Let's get a 4-game heater going on. You guys should like that. You got Flyers futures. You should be happy about that.
I love it. Yeah. One more note on the Flyers. My article on John Tortorella for Jack Adams on Broad Street Hockey got published today. So if you can still find him, I mean, he's +650 at FanDuel. That's getting a bit low, but Joel mentioned last night some offshores have him 10-1, 12-1. So if you can still find that, I think that's a great bet.
Right
no
on.
offense, Talon, but I think you watch less Predators hockey than Flyers hockey if you think the Predators play a strong defensive style system. They're gung ho offense, man. It's Andrew Burnett. He's got
with
him
who?
going.
Who's scoring?
I know the personnel doesn't look like it's high octane, but that's just the way they play. They do push the puck forward. That's why you're getting goals from the Yakov Trenin and Jakob. Or whatever his first name is, Luke Evangelista.
Luke Evangelista, Joel's boy. Joel loves Evangelista.
Yeah, he's fucking sucking him off over here, for Christ's sakes. There's Archer, Luke Evangelista, and the entire Bayern Munich team. Or just a big fucking bukkake going on. All right, moving down to the 7 p.m. time slot here. We have the Carolina Hurricanes against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Game itself is in Pittsburgh here. Carolina on the money line sitting at -122. Pittsburgh on the money line at +102. The over-under sitting at 6, over sitting at -130, the under +110 here. Carolina looked pretty fucking good last night, man. Just absolutely dismantling that fucking Vegas team. I will say, though, this team has been absolutely horrendous on the road this year, though. I mean, not horrendous. Maybe that's a little bit tough, but 8-10-0 on the road. I like Pittsburgh, but I'm going to have to put my likes aside here. What do I always say? Division games matter. 5-2-2 here for the Canes, which isn't really that great, but going against 2-3-2 for the Penguins here. I got to go with Carolina, man. Maybe it's time that this team finally figures it out. They've been playing well the past couple of games. Maybe they start going on a heater and start clawing back into a playoff spot. Currently sitting at 4th in the Metro. They might even be in a wild card spot. I haven't even fucking looked, but whatever. They're a better team than where they are in the standings right now. We all know that. Problem is goaltending. Kochetkov has been better. They waived Ranta. That's absolutely insane. Who's their backup then?
They brought in Aaron Dell, I believe.
Ooh.
It was a tryout, wasn't it? Or
PTO. I heard about that, actually. Yeah. So they got Aaron Dell, Peter Kochetkov, and you're going to like this. Yaniv Peretz, whoever the fuck this guy is. What is he? 23 years old, undrafted. He's from Quebec. He's a Quebecois, Francophone. Yeah, I guess he was undrafted. Game law, has he played at all? He played one game versus Tampa, and he got that was preseason.
He has a .916 save percentage in the ECHL. He was with Quinnipiac in college hockey. Quinnipiac, I think, won it all. He was 34-4-3 last year for Quinnipiac. So, maybe he's somebody, but I don't think so. If
there's something I hate, it's the French, and if it's something I hate even more, it's the French Canadians. So I do not like this motherfucker. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck it. If Kachekkov's playing, give me the Canes. If he's not, give me the Pens. Let's fucking go over under. Give me the. Oh, if Kachekkov's playing, give me the under. If this little French fuck's playing, give me the over. Simple as that.
Yeah, I think I'm going with my Canes here. I think they're winning me back over after these past few games. Good win against Vegas 6-3. 2 tough losses and shootout in overtime after a good end to their road trip. I think Rod Brindamore maybe finally have his guy. But, it all comes down to Cucci and net. He's been playing better recently. Last start, 3 goals allowed. Before that, 1 goal allowed in the shootout. 1 goal before that as well to Detroit. So as long as he's starting, I like the Hurricanes. But I think either way, they're just better team in terms of those expected goals for. They are the 7th best in the last 10 games. Pittsburgh is on the other side of that, the 12th worst. Pittsburgh isn't great at home, 7-6-1. Carolina's not great on the road either, 8-10-0. But I think they're just a better team. They're mostly healthy. Svechnikov came back last game, and Pittsburgh's still without Brian Russ. So I'll take the Canes at -122, just as the better team. And then I would lean to the under 6 at +110, but no strong feeling on the total.
One more note on the Predators. The one comparison I heard was the Ryan O'Reilly. Remember, he was elite at linking up with David Perron, where he had his great plays in St. Louis. He had his most historic goal scoring there. He's doing the same thing with Philip Forsberg now in Nashville. So Ryan O'Reilly is really linking up with him and big comeback year for Philip Forsberg there. Another reason why the Preds are scoring goals. But yeah, for this one, I kind of lean to the Pens here. My line is only -102 for the Canes, and I think that we'll get a Kwanzaa cunt as Talon types in the chat here. I like that. I like it, actually. I'm not going to dispute it.
You guys spell cunt with a K, though.
I was thinking that, but I didn't.
Maybe not.
Just the KK. No, give me the Penguins here, but I think that you should wait for a better number. You could buy better numbers right now, but I think that the Canes will get the money. Ryan mentioned it. Canes are bad in the road. And yeah, I think the Penguins are, they got some good stuff coming. The power play, I think, will start to click. They scored another power play goal in the last game. And yeah, Crosby for Hart. And the over. Give me the over.
We've been pumping up Crosby for Hart at 150-1. So I know you got that.
I love that. I love it so much.
We're on your
Crosby
team for once.
Rocket. I don't know
an award.
That. But Crosby for Hart, he's fucking sick. I don't care what anybody says. Unreal.
All right. We're also brought to you by Game Time. Buying tickets to your favorite event shouldn't be stressful. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all the events near you. They have killer deals on last-minute tickets and the best price guarantee, so you can stop stressing over the tickets and start getting hyped for the fun you'll have. The Game Time is the place for last-minute ticket deals. Forget planning months in advance. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the day of the event. And the Game Time guarantee means you'll always get the best price. If you find tickets in the same section and row for less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. So snag the tickets without the stress with Game Time. Game Time tickets make the perfect holiday gift if you still haven't shopped. So download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CFBX for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CFBX for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. And win bigger by betting smarter this season with Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research every bet with historical stats and data. Enter any parlay idea into Hall of Fame Bets revolutionary parlay optimizer tool to get hit rates broken down by leg, as well as an expected probability for the entire parlay. Sort all players by hit rate for any bet to learn which players are hot and which picks have value. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame Bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com and use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month today. Start researching, start winning with Hall of Fame Bets.
Holy Christ, that was a long one. Hey, you're right. Okay. Moving on down to the 7 p.m. time slot here. We have the Vegas Golden Knights against the Tampa Bay Lightning here. Game itself is in Tampa Bay. Vegas on the money line sitting at -105. Tampa on the money line at -115. Over under sitting at 6.5 here. Over at -105. The under at -115 as well. Mr. Joel Meyer, what's going to happen between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the fucking Vegas Golden Knights here?
Mr. Talon Jenkins, the Tampa Bay Lightning are going to crush the Vegas Golden Knights because the Vegas Golden Knights have 0 goaltending without Aiden Hill. They've let in 3+ goals, and I don't know how many games since Hill's gone down. Thompson doesn't have it. Patera doesn't have it. And the Lightning do have it. I mean, they can score goals at least at home. Totally different team at home than on the road. They've shown that again and again and again. They came out mad against the Blues, and I think they'll keep that up here because they know that it's getting pretty desperate here. The Lightning are about to pick them for to make the playoffs, so it's not looking great. I mean, a little better now.
Time to shit or get off the pot if you're the Tampa team. Like,
yeah, exactly. It's like a little better now with the Red Wings getting blown out here. I almost said the Red Wings again.
Red Wings. I heard it.
Call back. No, I love the Lightning here. Just playing better hockey right now, especially with the Knights' goaltending problems. Vasilevsky's been decent, but still, I like the over as well. I think that the Knights they'll go behind them, they'll storm back, they'll try to come back in the game just like they did against the Hurricanes. Even when they're down 5 goals, they still managed to score 2 goals in the third period. And the Golden Knights can score. They'll try to keep up from their shitty goaltending. So lights in the over for me.
Yeah, Knights are going downhill here without Aiden in net for them. It looks like he's going to be out until at least January now there. So that's tough there with Logan Thompson in net. But I still think Vegas is the play here at -105. Maybe the line will move. You can get plus odds. I don't know. I just don't believe in Tampa. It seems like they're just zigzagging back and forth. It comes down to if Vasilevsky's having a great game or not. And I don't know if you can count on him at this point with his back injury. So I do agree that the over is a good play here, over 6.5 at -105. But I also do like the Golden Knights here at -105 as well. They're 9-4-3 on the road. Of course, Tampa has that great home record as well, 9-3-3. But I think Vegas's depth can take over against Tampa's. They're more kind of a top heavy team, and they're smart enough to not take penalties against a team like Tampa Bay with the good power play. So give me Vegas and the over here, both at -105.
This one's a toughie, bro. Like, Vegas coming off that loss, they're still a good hockey team. Julie brought out some great, and Ryan brought out some great points when it comes to the no Aiden Hill, Logan Thompson. We talked about a bit before we started getting into here. Yes, his record is good at 10-5-3, and his numbers look fine, but he has not looked okay in between those pipes ever since Aiden Hill went down. And to the point that it's like a detriment to the team. Borderline, he might even be costing them wins at this point. Tampa Bay, we discussed them, Jekyll and Hyde, hard to trust. That home record makes it a little bit easier to like them in this game. And that's going to be kind of my lean here, man. Like the Bolts 9-3-3 at home, like Ryan said here. I'm going to have to do that. Not to say that Vegas has been bad on the road here, but just it goes to I don't fucking know how I want to say this because like it goes to show that adequate goaltending for a team like this can get you wins. With what we're seeing with like Aiden Hill, he's played great with when he was with them. I'll admit it, you know. But like Logan Thompson hasn't been fucking good, and now the team looks like they're in shambles. So I don't know what to make of it, man. Like defensively, this is still one of the best teams in the league. They have the firepower up front. It's fucked, dude. So I'm just gonna go with the devil. You know, give me the fucking Bolts in this game. Let's go Tampa. As far as over under goes, I'm with Jolie, but I'm taking the over because who fucking knows what's gonna go on in this game? Vasilevsky can make fucking 40 saves and let in one goal, and it could be like a 2-1 final. Or for Christ's sakes, each goalie could give up fucking 6, and I don't think any of us would bat an eye right now. So I'm gonna take a lean towards the over on this one, and I'm gonna be on Tampa Bay. That one killed me. I don't know why that hurt me so much.
You like both teams, right?
I do like both. I don't know. I shouldn't like Tampa. I shouldn't like Tampa after everything that's gone on the past couple of years.
Wow, you also do the same thing with Boston, at least historically, before you got in such a war with some people in the
I respect them.
If we went back a year, you hated Vegas too. Like you just
2 years.
2 years.
To be fair, he switched halfway through last year.
Yeah.
About a year ago, I guess.
I was all in last year with them.
Okay.
All right, whatever. Anyways, that sucks. Moving to the 7 p.m. time slot. We have the Washington Capitals against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Speaking of sucks, game itself is in Columbus here. Washington on the money line sitting at -120. Columbus on the money line at +100. Over under is sitting at 6. Overpaid on -120. The under +100. Washington on the second night of a back-to-back. They're currently beating the Islanders 2-1 right now, so that's fun. Who's in net for Washington right now? They got Kemper is playing. So who's their fucking backup?
Charlie Lindgren.
Oh yeah, Lindgren. He's been good this year. He's been adequate. He's been fine. Yeah, give me the Capitals on the back-to-back. Yes, Columbus just put up a 9 spot against the Sabres. We saw this. Is Columbus a good hockey team? Not really. They have good pieces, you know. Goudreau, when he decides to show up, is great. I think last show that we were all together, you guys said he was playing on the third line. Is that true?
Yes, unfortunately.
I think so, yeah.
That is absolutely fucking bananas considering they're paying this guy like $10 million or something. But hey, whatever. Give me the Caps in this game, bro. They got fucking my boy back there, Rasmus Sandin. They just signed Ethan Bear, I think I saw. Is that a thing? Yeah. Is he playing tonight or no? Probably not.
I would think not, but
ESPN would be pumping all that up, but no, it was actually Ivan Miroshnichenko's debut, a guy I've been hyping for a little bit, and yeah, he almost scored in the first period on probably his second shift. So shout out to that guy.
Well, yeah, give me the Caps in this game -120 over under here. Give me the over, even though it's the second night of the back-to-back for Washington here, and they haven't been scoring. I can't trust Albert Merzlikins. And I don't know. Columbus just put up 9, so fucking maybe they can score a couple goals in this game. Who knows?
Yeah, it's a bad game. Capitals are fighting for a playoff spot. They'll probably be back in a playoff spot with a win tonight, especially by point percentage. The Blue Jackets, though, are just awful. Boone Jenner's out. Patrick Laine's out. They have a ton of injuries. And, you know, I'm looking at Washington's game log here. They've played 4 games, 4 back-to-backs, and they, I think, won all 4. They won in New Jersey after losing to Toronto at home. They won on Long Island after beating the Devils on the road, and they won at Anaheim after beating the Kings, and then finally in Chicago after beating the Rangers at home. So they have no problem going on the back-to-back. They play a good, tight defensive system there, and Blue Jackets don't have enough offense to kind of get through them there. So I like the Capitals here, -120. The total, not really as strong of a play here, but yeah, Washington plays under, Columbus plays over, so gonna pass on the total, but I do like the Capitals at -120.
Goudreau, according to Daily Faceoff, is back on the top line.
Okay, as he should.
Had a good performance in the last game and 9 goals, as he should have. And actually, for the Blue Jackets, it's been the Russian line that's been very good. Yegor Chinnikov, Dmitry Voronkov, new guys, Kirill Marchenko. We had a great year last year. These guys have been studs for the second line in the Blue Jackets. About the only thing good for them this year, other than Adam Fantilli, of course. But yeah, problem has been keeping the puck out of their own net. So it's kind of a mix of styles here with the Blue Jackets, just chaos hockey versus the Capitals unable to generate offense. So yeah, it's a very deep contrast between two teams and playing just different ways. So I don't know what to do here. If you wanted any advice, I think I would wait and bet the Capitals at a better number later on. I mean, even right now, my line is -121 for the Capitals, so that's the only way I'd look. Blue Jackets coming off a dominant win against the Sabres, big dogs there. It's not a good spot to back them here. It's Capitals or nothing for me. No real feel for the total. It's probably correlated. If Capitals wins, likely going under. If Blue Jackets wins, likely going over. But for me, it's just wait for better Capitals line.
All right, moving on to the 7:30 p.m. time slot here. We got the Edmonton Oilers against the New Jersey Devils. Game itself is in New Jersey here. Edmonton on the money line sitting at -105. New Jersey on the money line at -115. Over under is sitting at 7. Overpaid off -108. The under -112 here. This fucking Edmonton team, man. Holy shit. They win 8 games in a row and now have currently lost 3 games in a row coming off of that here. This is the first night of a back-to-back for the Oilers. They are in New York against the Rangers on Friday here. I was listening to a couple Oilers podcasts today. They were saying that they're going to expect that they're going to see Pickard in net against the Devils, and then Stuart Skinner gets the Rangers game. Hasn't been confirmed yet, but I think that makes a bit of sense.
I think Pickard is confirmed according to Left Wing Lock. Yeah.
All right. Well, that does make a lot of sense. If that is the case, I'm sorry. I kind of got to go with the Devils here, man. I know they've had a lot of problems in net themselves when it comes to, Akira Schmid. If Vitek Vanacek is back as well. Either way, they're not great. But I'm sorry, man. Like Calvin Pickard, although we have the Hockey Gaming Podcast, Calvin Pickard parlay that we love doing, Joyce, he's not really the savior that I think. And I don't even think anybody thinks he is the savior, for Christ's sakes. He's just kind of a guy at this point. Give me the Devils at home -115 here, man. This New York team 6-7-2 at home, not necessarily great. Edmonton's been terrible on the road, 4-9-0. And I tell you what, the Oilers are going to end up losing 5 games in a row going into holiday break after winning 8 in a row, because it's going to be absolutely fucking hilarious. And that's how these things tend to kind of happen here. So I will be on the Devils now. I've brought this up before. Whenever I'm betting against the Oilers, I always find, I'm lucky, I use the score. On the score, you can always bet a team to win and their goalie to have over 29.5 saves. Normally that number is sitting at about like plus 280 or something like that. So I will be doing that because the Oilers, even in losses, generally put up about 32, 33, 34, sometimes 35, or even more shots on goal here. So even though there's been some suspect goaltending here from the Devils, I'm just going to be looking at that. So I will be betting that at probably whatever it's at, like I said, plus 280 for Devils to win, and then the goalie to make over 29.5 saves. And as far as over under in this game goes, I'm still going towards the over. It happened last time when they played against Florida. Bobrovsky had like 37 saves or some shit like that, and they won. So that'll be my look for this game.
Yeah, this is a tough game to handicap here. Both games, as both teams, as Dallin mentioned, coming off tough losses. Devils lost 2 in a row. Edmonton's lost 3 in a row, and they have tough matchups now against the Devils and the Rangers on a back-to-back. So they could have that 5-game losing streak going into the break. If I had to play a side, probably the Devils -115. Talon, I did not realize how awful the Oilers are on the road, 4-9. Devils aren't much better at home, 6-7-2. But they off home ice. You got a point against the Flyers. They look good. But I think they're the better team right now. I think I trust Vanacek or Schmid over Calvin Pickard there, like just barely. So Devils -115 will be a lean. And then I lean to the under 7 too. Under 7 at -112. This is one of those games you expect there to be 8, 9, 10 goals in, but you might end up seeing it being like 2-1 in the second period. So I could see an under game here with the Devils. They have decent defensive depth to keep the McDavid and Dreisaitl's in check, but both lean just the Devils in the under for me.
Definitely contrarian pick there with the under, but it kind of makes sense the way the Oilers played the last few games, struggling to score. But the fact that it's Pickard, and I know he's not much better than or not much worse than Stuart Skinner, rather. He's still the backup goalie there. And yeah, we got the Devils here who are terrible at defense, terrible at goaltending. They're not good at anything really except for scoring. Great on the power play. And we have 2 teams that are bottom 10 in terms of penalty kill percentage. So I think we could see a bunch of power plays here. We'll get some goals. I know it was only 4-1 in the game in Edmonton a couple weeks ago, whatever it was. But there was a lot of offense in that game. That was when Skinner was hot. Now we got Calvin Pickard in net. And yeah, I think we see goals here. Just take the team totals. I think they're the better play right now. Like the over's getting bet up. We got the 7, like minus 110 here. The team totals don't really match that, but you can still get the 3.5s that around even money. I think that's a better way. And if you like a side, then just bet the team total, because even if you're the side loses, there's a good chance that they at least achieve the team total. So give me the Oilers team total in particular. I think that they have a slight edge here. They've only scored 1 goal in the past 2 games, or 1 goal in each of the past 2 games. And who do they play the night before that? They played the Devils in the third game. They did score 4 goals in that one. And yeah, they absolutely should have just scored more, but Vasilevsky was standing on his head. So here we go. Oilers are going to score a bunch here. Give me the Oilers team total over 3.5 for the best play in this one.
All right, move down to the 8 p.m. time slot here. We got the Montreal Canadiens against the Minnesota Wild. Game itself is in Minnesota here. Montreal on the money line sitting at plus 180. Minnesota on the money line at minus 218. Over under sitting at 6. Over paying off minus 115. The under minus 105. Minnesota on the puck line, if you're interested, at minus 1.5 is at plus 120. Right guy, what's up here? Montreal, Minnesota. What are you thinking?
I think Minnesota coming home after a big road win in Boston, as Talon mentioned towards the top of the show there. But I don't think the Wild are as good as, they're back to 500. Montreal is pretty much at 500 this season. I don't think Minnesota's been as good as they played recently with the new coach Bounce. We've seen them been, they were shit to start the season. They've been good since the coach was fired, but the Habs have been sneaky good recently, sneaky good really all season long. I think they're above some teams in the standings you expect them not to be. They have 3-game point streak, 1-2 straight here. So I like the Habs here as plus 180 underdog. I feel like these are the type of games where I'm not going to trust Minnesota as minus 200, minus 220 favorites here. Zuccarello's out for them. Spurgeon's questionable. Brodin's still out. So I think the Habs are a good value dog here at plus 180. I think it is Montembeault in net, but Montreal's goaltending, no matter what, isn't great. Montembeault's allowed 3 goals in each of his past 2 games. Fleury and Gustafsson have both been solid for the Wild. Gustafsson has been better. So maybe lean to the under here. Under what's the number at? Under 6 minus 105. But better play would be Canadiens plus 180. I think is a good value pick there.
Yeah, Ryan mentioned all the Wild injuries, but neglected to mention all the Habs injuries that they've been dealing with all year. And to be fair, they've been succeeding in spite of them. But a lot of those wins were at home. They're not quite the same team at home, or on the road rather. And then the Wild are they're a feisty team. They've been a lot better since Hines took over. But this line has been bet up a lot. I can't in good conscience recommend it now at like minus 220. So it's yet another game where I don't really have a strong feel for it. If anything, I would take the Wild still, but no. But the under 6, I think minus 105 is the better look. The Habs, they've been a bit better defensively this year than last year with Wild. They have trouble scoring. Brock Faber, he plays like almost 30 minutes a night. He's much more of a defensive defenseman than like a Quinn Hughes type, just going up and down the ice, distributing the puck, creating chances. So under 6 minus 105, I think would be the look on the total.
Don't look now, but the Habs have been playing some sneaky fucking good hockey lately. I don't know if you have to watch.
They'll have a better points percentage after this Red Wings loss than Detroit. Yeah. Detroit's getting all the love.
They're fucking 3 points out of a playoff spot right now. I know there's a big log jam when it comes to the wild card out in the fucking East here, but this team is, I think they're 5-3-2 in their past 10 games. I don't know if you guys have got to watch any of them. I've caught a couple periods, and Martin St. Louis has his team playing some good fucking hockey, man. And they're not a bad road team, dude. 7-4-2 on the road this year. It's better than their home record. I know I was chirping. Who's that guy that came to Discord? Mike88? I think Mikey88. I owe him an apology because Montembeault has actually been playing a little bit better than what I gave him credit for. He's got 2.80 goals against average, 7-4-2 record on the year, and a .911 save percentage here. He's confirmed to get the start tomorrow. I'm with Ryan, dude. I'm all over the Habs in this game. Plus 180. I don't see why they can't fucking win outright. if you don't feel comfortable with that, even just take him on the fucking reverse cowgirl at +1.5 at -142. I think there's still some value on that from this point of game. But personally, I think they're going to win fucking outright. Okay, I'm so down on Minnesota. Goaltending's been great for Minnesota. Ryan touched on that. Philip Gustafson's been a fucking stud. Fleury had a great game last game he played. We'll probably see Gustafson in this one here, but dude, St. Louis, Martin St. Louis has these boys absolutely buzzing. I forget what game it was for the Habs. I think it was maybe 4 or 5 nights ago or something I was watching. They moved Slafkovsky up to the first line. And I know I've been shitting on this kid for about fucking year and a half now or whatever, but I got to be honest with you, dude. He looked good on that first line. It's probably the best game I've seen him play. He was going, yeah, I even had to burp when I said that. That's how crazy it was. I feel like the devil coming out of me for admitting it. But this guy's winning puck battles in the corner. He's setting up plays. More importantly, when Cole Caulfield's taking that fucking wrister top shelf and he's missing the net, Slafkovsky's in that corner retrieving that puck successfully. Now, whether he sticks on that first line or not, I don't know, but just a couple things I noticed there, man. Like Suzuki's a fucking killer out there. The defense that they have playing for this Montreal team has been pretty effective. I think, they bit the bullet a little bit last year when they played a lot of these young kids and they were shit. Well, it's starting to blend together with their system now, man. Will Montreal make playoffs? No, I don't think so. Are they as bad as some people said they were going to be this year? And I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I remember doing the preview and saying on paper, this team looks pretty fucking okay. So, yeah, either way, I don't know. I'm in the Habs in this game as far as over-under goes. I love the under. I'm with Julie in this one with the way Gustafson has been playing here. And then Montembeault has been adequate, if not good. So, yeah, give me the Habs on the money line. Might even, double down a little bit and hedge a little bit. It's not even hedging. Just give me the more so damage control, I guess. Give me the Habs on the reverse cowgirl +1.5 and then give me the under.
Yeah, I could see a draw game here. Both teams have been playing overtime games recently, but I also do like the first period under 1.5 at +110. They've both gone under that in 7 of their past 10 games.
I found sometimes, I brought it up 3 times now the score, but you can bet for a goal in the first 10 minutes. And normally, for sometimes the no is paying off like +120. So
the no's paying off good a lot.
Yeah, so I'll be looking at that for the goal in the first 10 minutes for the under 0.5 or whatever, fucking 0.5. Okay, look at us just fucking pumping the Habs tires here. Who would have thought? Moving on to the 8 p.m. time slot here, we got the Vancouver Canucks against the Dallas Stars. Game itself is in Dallas for this one. Canucks on the money line sitting at +114. Dallas on the money line at -135. The over-under is at 6.5 here. Over paid off -105. The under -115 here. Jake Ottinger is out, so I can imagine you'll see Scott Wedgwood in this game here, who's been an adequate backup. He has a good record. His numbers, on the other hand, not as great. 3.21 goals against average, .906 save percentage here. Going against our boy, Hockey Gambling Podcast endorsed Thatcher fucking Demko. Absolutely unreal. We love this fucking kid. Anyway, Stars have been good at home, but I feel like the no Ottinger is a big fucking deal for this team, man. So based off that, if you can get a Canucks at +114 plus money, I'll be all over that. As far as over-under goes on this game, Canucks are first in the league for goals for. I guess that makes sense because every time I see him, it's like a boring game, but then somehow by the end, I shouldn't say boring game, but it seems like a low event kind of games from a shots on goal point wise. And then at the end of the game, they got 5 goals somehow. So as far as over under, fuck, man, I guess I'll take the over on this one. I don't like it. Gun to my head, this would be a pass game for me, I guess, but I guess I would take the over.
Yeah, I agree with most of that there. I like the Canucks here at +114. Ottinger being out for the Stars is big. I mean, he hasn't been fantastic this season, but Wedgwood is not great behind him, and I forget who their other guy is. I think Matt Murray is the other Matt Murray.
The other Matt Murray.
Yeah, so the Canucks, they had a high PDO and whatnot, but they're winning now. They won back-to-back games, won 6 of their past 7. The only loss was a shootout loss in Minnesota, so I think the Canucks +114 is a good value dog there as well. I do like the over here, over 6.5 at -105. The Stars have been playing a bunch of over games recently. I think that's 7 straight and 8 of their past 9. And Vancouver is definitely going to score 3 or 4 themselves. Just a matter of, as long as Demko doesn't, put up a shutout or only 1 goal against, I think we're in the clear here on the over 6.5. Also do like the over 1.5 in the first period. Both of these teams have been trending that way recently as well.
Yeah, I like the Canucks here. I know we speak about how their shooting percentage, save percentage, whatever is.
Oh
no.
Joe's been going in this one, but the Stars are not playing.
Okay. You're back.
You there?
Yeah, you broke up a little bit there.
You're
We
back.
didn't hear exactly what you said.
Oh, just like my fridge, it's on and off.
Is your computer running?
Is your internet running?
Anyway, yeah, the Canucks here, they got bet a little bit. But I think that they matched up well with the Stars, who are struggling to keep the puck out of their net with a bunch of elite shooters that the Canucks have right now. Ever since Pius Suter's come back too, it's given us more depth to the lineup. I think they've only lost like 3 games with him in the lineup, so he's got something going on.
Pius Suter for Hart, most valuable player right there.
There you are. Yes. And also DeBoer has had a tough time against Thatcher Demko. I remember the Gold Knights against the Canucks. The only reason why that went 7 games in the bubble was because Thatcher Demko was absolutely unreal against the Knights in that series. So we could see some of that against the Stars here. Yeah, I definitely lean the Canucks way, even though the number is not great. And yeah, I think the unders or the over rather is the way to go. The way the Stars are playing right now, they're getting zero help from their goalies. Their defense is suspect, as we thought at the beginning of the year. And yeah, they're just having to outscore their problems, and that's not a good sign. But it is a good sign for the over, especially when you're playing a team who are so hot right now with their shooting in the Vancouver Canucks. And their power play is starting to slowly come together, although I guess the Predators, all 5 goals were 5-on-5, which is also a good sign long term. But yeah, I like the over and I like the Canucks.
Okay, moving down to the 9 p.m. time slot here. We got the Ottawa Senators against the Colorado Avalanche. Game itself is in Colorado here. Ottawa on the money line sitting at plus 150. Colorado on the money line at minus 180. Over under sitting at 6.5. Over sitting at minus 120. The under plus 100. Jolie, what's up here with your Avalanche? They got coming out of a tough loss to Chicago here. You guys can beat up on the Sens, no?
Yeah, I think it'd be a classic bounce back spot against another minnow team. But right now, the way the Avalanche are trending, it's not looking good. It's not a team I have a lot of confidence in right now, especially after Devon Taves calling out his teammates for being prima donna bitches. And yeah, it's not a good situation. I think that we're really missing Gabriel Landeskog. We don't really have another voice in the room. Like Cogliano was not in Chicago. And he's another old vet on the team. So really it's just McKinnon, who's more just like get mad and just take it out on the other team kind of guy. No McCarr either. Yeah, so there was just no real leadership in the room there in Chicago. And coming back home, yeah, you expect them to get it done. I think it's a little bit of a cheap price for the Avs, the way that the Senators played. I mean, that third period against the Coyotes was one of the worst periods of hockey I've ever seen in my life. From both the goaltending, the defense, the forwards, there was nothing cohesive about it. Senators were just like, they were what the Blackhawks should have been against the Avalanche. Let's just say that. Not a good sign at all. And yeah, you want to believe in getting rid of the old coach, but apparently they all love DJ Smith. So what happens when you get rid of him and they loved him? Maybe they don't get the dead cat bounce because they missed the old guy. They missed the cat. She didn't die. So you're not going to get the bounce. So yeah, for this one, I'm going to avoid the side altogether. I don't know what's going on with either team really. So just give me the over. I think we'll see goals. Senators are always good for shitty defense, shitty goaltending, but they can at least put the puck in the net sometimes. And the Avalanche, same deal, at least from the top line when the guys are going. McKinnon, 16-game point streak. He's unreal. And yeah, power play should be good for both teams. So over 6.5 for me.
Yeah, I think the over's a good look there, but I love the Avs here, minus 180. I think this should be much, much higher, at least over minus 200. Would not be surprised if it ends up there before puck drop there. Senators closing out a road trip here, 5th game in 8 days. They've lost all 4 so far. They've lost 5 in a row. They're 3-7 on the road. Colorado's 12-4 at home, coming off that tough loss in Chicago, where they outshot them 37-22. But Peter Mrazek put the Mrazzle Dazzle on there. Avs have been not great on the road this season, so they have to get their home wins, and I think they will here. Sens are tired. It's going to have the altitude problem here, so. Love the Avs minus 180. I'm more than willing to lay that juice there. And then I will lean to the over 6.5 at minus 120. The Sens just have no defense, not great goaltending. So I think the over's a solid play too.
As for the line movement, it all depends on whether Makar plays. If Makar plays, the line will go to the Avs. If he doesn't play, the line will go to the Sens. So it's really just a matter of if Makar plays or not, so far as the line movement goes.
Well. What do we have here, gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, because apparently there are women that listen to our show. Ladies and gentlemen, well. What do we have here? The Ottawa Senators and all their expected goals and all their young players that they gave $8 million deals and 8-year deals are shitting the fucking bed and continuing to shit they fucking bed. But oh no, they fired DJ Smith, new coach bump, Jacques Martin, 72 years old, last coach in the NHL in 2004 for the Ottawa Senators. You know how I know that? Because the Leafs beat them out in playoffs that year, baby, and I will never forget that. But the Sens team is simply in fucking shambles, bro. I don't know what it is with this fucking team, man. And I'm gonna be polite here. I'm gonna be realistic for a little bit. The system. There's no fucking defensive system with this goddamn fucking team. It's absolutely horrendous out here. Timmy Stützle, I'm gonna save my takes on him for another day, okay? But
Cole
I'm just
Perfetti is better.
Who? Cole Perfetti?
Cole Perfetti is better.
Honestly, Quentin
Yeah,
Byfield.
it's looking better. It's looking better.
It is, but Quentin Byfield's kind of starting to peak up a little bit too when it comes to that.
That's true.
Okay.
No, dude, like, what the fuck is happening here? You go up 3-0, and anybody that watched any ounce of that game last night, you could tell that Arizona was going to come back and win. I'm sorry. Once the first, even after Ottawa went up quickly 3-0, and Ingram got the fucking yank, you could tell Arizona dominated that game, and it's just like, I don't know, like Joel, you haven't watched the Avs be shit for a long time. I remember when the Leafs were absolutely terrible. Ryan, I'm sure you remember when the Flyers weren't really at their best. You can tell that when your team's up, that they're just going to blow it. Sometimes just by the way they're playing. And that's exactly what we saw with this team. And the problem from that, you can't blame it on coaching. They just fucking fired the guy. Can you blame it on roster construction? Potentially. But it comes down to the fucking players, man. And these guys they're so fucking demotivated on the ice, off the ice. You hear it in the media interviews. You see it on the play. You see the lack of effort. Once one thing goes bad, it just snowballs and fucking snowballs, man. And I don't want to say that's a thing unique to hockey when it comes to major sports, but it can... No, I'll say it's unique to hockey. Like when it comes to football, you got fucking 11 guys on the field at a time. Everybody's trying to make individual plays. Basketball, maybe similar. Baseball, fucking no, out to lunch. But when you just have that mindset that you can't do it and everybody's telling you that you can't do it and you're not doing it, you start to truly believe that you can't and you're fucked. And that's what's happening here in Ottawa. They need somebody to tell them that they can because that's what they need to hear, okay, with the Sens team. Now, with that being said, they're fucking awful. I fucking hate them. They're absolutely terrible. You bring in Daniel Alfredson all you want to be your assistant coach. Chances are he's going to take over the head coaching job after the season. I'm just going to say that, which is good. They need to build a relationship with their alumni. That relationship was tarnished for a long time. It's good to see that back. But as far as this game goes, Colorado's going to beat the absolute fucking piss out of them. With Makar or without Makar. Give me the Avs, minus 180. I'll even take them in regulation, probably sitting at minus 125 or something like that. Over under. I'm with Ryan. Give me the over here. This Ottawa team is in shambles. Goaltending stinks. Offense, fucking sure, you have talent. Abundance of talent. So much talent. Even defensive offensemen, talented as fuck. But guess what? You're not doing anything. So go fuck yourselves. Defensively, it's ugly. When did players I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent here. Just bear with me. When did players just decide that, you know what? And this isn't even a Sens issue. This is a call across the board. Yeah, we're just going to not fucking play any defense or focus on the defensive aspect of our game. What happened to the days when, you're up fucking 3-0 and it's okay, well, guess what? Let's play a shutdown, solid fucking game here. I don't need to break into the fucking entry zone like Timmy Stützle does and try and fucking go 1-on-3 and make moves when you're winning 3-0. Put the fucking puck in deep and hammer the forecheck. Grind them down for the rest of the game by being physical, playing the fucking body, and make them earn the 200 feet of ice from their fucking corner behind their net to your net. And when they don't do it, Put it in their fucking end again and play like that for the next 45 minutes of the fucking game. Growing up, that's how you're taught to play the fucking game. But nobody does it anymore. And that's why we see all these fucking teams just blowing fucking leads. My team's guilty. Leafs do it all the time, for Christ's sakes. It's fucking bullshit. But I've also seen the Leafs come back against teams because these teams are doing the same goddamn thing. Like, when are these players, I'm sorry, going to grow up? Like, across the fucking board and just play smart system fucking hockey. Pressure the puck carriers. When guys are coming in and getting in the zone, step up. Like, this is textbook fucking shit that's being erased from the game. And that's why we're seeing a peak in fucking goal scoring now over the past couple of years. Because these players are playing like a bunch of selfish fucking assholes, man. So if I'm a Sens fan right now, after watching what this team has done, and it's pretty much everything I just said has been part of the problem, I'm in fucking shambles, man. So I don't know. It's just frustrating, man. They're not. I don't want to sound like an asshole. I'm not trying to be like, I know the game and all this shit. But they're playing hockey the wrong way, borderline across the board for a lot of the teams in the league here, and it's evident in what we're seeing in goal scoring and blown leagues throughout the entire NHL. I'm sorry. Give me the over.
Why do you think that I hate on Trevor Zegras so much? Because he's emblematic of that whole thing.
Example. Perfect fucking example right there. And you know what? This might come as a hot take, but like, you could throw McDavid in this boat too. Look at what happened the game after Jay Woodcroft got fucking fired. Like, yeah, they ended up winning the game and shit, but like, fucking this guy, start taking responsibility for defense. You don't have to get 155 points every fucking year. How about you put up a fucking 110, you focus on your defensive game, and you actually fucking win a Stanley Cup when it comes to playoffs? Like, it blows my mind. I'm sorry, I don't want to sound like old man yelling at clouds or some shit like this, but like, start paying attention to the defensive game. You know what? Fucking thumbs up here. Give me a funny blazer. To all the kids out there, if you're a fucking kid, this one's for the kids. To the kids listening to the game, Talon Cherry over here, start focusing on the defensive side of the puck, okay? Because I'll tell you what, if you want to make the fucking NHL right now and you want to be a shutdown player, whether you're a winger, you're a defenseman, you're a centerman, if you fucking tie up your defensive game number one and you make that your lifelong goal for the rest of your development, I guarantee you somebody will take fucking notice and you will find yourself a job in professional hockey somewhere, because nobody else is fucking paying attention to the defensive side of their game. It's disgusting. And I hate saying that word. I don't like that word. But
why do you think we see a total of 7? Even
exactly
pick them.
Exactly.
It doesn't happen a few years ago.
It's absolutely insane, man. I'm sorry that's a bit of a tangent there, but I just got a real problem with all that.
I mean, 6.5 used to be fairly high too, but we have some relatively breaking news here from the Golden Knights. Logan Thompson is day-to-day with an upper body injury. They've recalled Isaiah Seville from Henderson.
Broken tit.
We also have broken tits, maybe, yeah. And they have Yuri Patera. So I just cashed out my Golden Knights bet and I hammered the Lightning minus.
Yes, everybody bet the Lightning. That is good. Thank you, Ryan. Okay, thank you for indulging me on that. I really appreciate it, John.
Also, one more thing. Jack Martin is like 71, 71, 72.
72 years old, yes.
They might get an actual dead coach bounce sometime.
Okay. All right. Moving down to the 10 p.m. time slot. Here we have the Calgary Flames against the Anaheim Ducks. Game itself is in Anaheim here. Calgary on the money line sitting at minus 148. Ducks on the money line at plus 124 here. Over under sitting at minus 120, the under at plus 100. I absolutely fucking love the Flames in this game here, man. Yes, they've been shit on the road, 5-8-4 record. Ducks have been terrible at home. Both teams on a 2-game winning streak here. This is one, don't galaxy brain this fucking pick. Yes, we all like quacking for the Ducks. Yes, they're just coming off a big win. Who did they just beat? I forget who it was. They just took down the Devils and the Red Wings. So, yeah, those are 2 good wins and shit. But let's face it, don't overthink this game. Give me the Canucks here. Jacob Markstrom's expected to play. His numbers have been getting way better. John Gibson is out on personal leave. I believe he is having a kid. Although it says he's also expected to play, but I don't fucking know. Either way, I'm all over the Flames on this game as far as over-under goes. I'm going to lead towards the over 6 at minus 120 because, like Jolie said, Trevor Zegras and all these other fucking young losers in the NHL just you don't have to fucking play defense anymore. So I'm so rattled right now. I got fired up.
Yeah, like you want to take the Ducks, but plus 124 is just not good enough here. The Flames are under 500. They're underperforming, but they're a decent team. 5-8-4 on the road isn't great. The Ducks are 5-10 at home, coming home from a long road trip. They won their last 2 games, feeling good, but they lost 5 straight before that there. Flames, back-to-back wins at home against Tampa and Florida, so I don't see why they can't go on the road here with 2 days off in Anaheim and take care of business here, especially with Markstrom back. Markstrom back is a big deal for them. I think he allowed 1 goal in his return against Florida there on 34 shots. So give me the Flames here, minus 148. And then I'd lean to the under here. I think it might be a lower scoring game, under 6 at plus 100.
Right, I'm with you guys with the Flames. Ducks, they beat the lowly Red Wings, but the Red Wings are slumping, and I think the Ducks are just the worst team, and that far inferior to this Flames team are still hanging on to their playoffs lives. They got the young guys coming in. Connor Zary has been incredible coming in, rejuvenating the team. Even without Zadorov, the Flames have been consistent. They lose more games than they win, but they're competitive in all of them, which is more than you could say for the Ducks, who bail most of the time. Just Ducks are not good. They're giving more shots to young guys, which is not having the same effect as it has with the Flames. It's just more about developing them, showing them the ropes, getting them action, and Flames minus 153 is my line. That gives a little bit of value here on the Flames money line. That's where I'm going. Lean to the under. Ducks can't really score unless it's against the shitty ass Red Wings. So Flames in the under for me.
Okay, last game on the docket. This has been a long slate here, a couple tangents. We're at it. It's a 10:30 p.m. time slot. We got the Arizona State University Coyotes against the San Jose Sharks. Game itself is in San Jose. Arizona on the money line sitting at minus 155. San Jose on the money line sitting at plus 130. Over unders at 6. Overpaid off minus 118. The under minus 102. I'm going to keep this one nice and quick and sweet. Give me the fucking Desert Dogs, baby. You think I'm not betting Arizona in this game? You're fucking out to lunch. How is this minus 155? I know San Jose has been playing better hockey as of late, obviously compared to the fucking 0-10 start they had to the season or whatever it was. Well, newsflash, any team that starts winning at least one game is playing better than they did when they were fucking 0-10 to start the year. I really like Arizona in this game, man. They haven't been great on the road, 5-8-2 here, but San Jose is definitely not a great hockey team, so I'm going to be all over the Oats in this game, whether it is our boy Mr. Vagina Milk or Mr. Vezina Trophy candidate Connor Angel. So either way, I'm going to
what a contrast. Vezina or vagina?
New segment there.
Exactly. Vezina or vagina. Maybe that will be a segment. We'll see. So minus 155 as far as over under in this game goes here. San Jose can't really score, dude. I think this has under written all over it at 6 at minus 102, so I will be leaning that away.
Yeah, we saw this game a few weeks ago, maybe last week, and it was a 1-0 decision in Arizona. Coyotes won that one on the 15th. So yeah, last week, Arizona, that started a 3-game winning streak for them. 2-0 against Buffalo, then that 4-3 comeback win against Ottawa. And yeah, as Talon mentioned, the Sharks just aren't good, and the Coyotes are really in the mix for the playoffs. I mean, you guys have them to make the playoffs. I think that's a realistic. It's a realistic possibility. I was counting them out before, but their road record does give me some pause here, 5-8-2. But the Sharks just are not a good hockey team. I think I saw Couture is skating, or I might be back again or something, but he's still out there till early January. Durzi's out for the Coyotes, which is a big deal, but I think the Yotes here minus 155. It's tough taking the Yotes as such a big favorite here, but they've earned it based off their recent play and play overall this season. So give me the Yotes here minus 155. And then I would also lean to the under 6 at minus 102. It was a 1-0 game last week. Arizona's only won over last game because the Yotes, or because the Sens scored 3 there. So yeah, love the Yotes here minus 155, and then a lean to the under 6.
This is certainly the biggest discrepancy between my own line and the lines on the board. I'm minus 190. Coyotes are minus 155 at the book we're looking at, DraftKings. So yeah, love the Coyotes here, but it's only because of the fact that this is a team that are it's like the Sabres against the Blue Jackets, minus 170. That's why I was like, I'm not betting that because I don't trust the Sabres as minus 170 favorites. Just because, when bad teams become that big of a favorite, it's not a good time to back them, really. And it's the same kind of thing here. But I still did. I still backed the Coyotes here because the Sharks are that bad. They're so bad that even the other like average teams should be big favorites against them. And yeah, Coyotes should get more respect here than the minus 140, minus 155 line suggests. So I love the Coyotes here, but I kind of like the over as well. Over 6 minus 118. I think the Sharks can get a couple on them. Ingram has been up and down. Like some games he's great. He gets a shutout, whatever. In the other games he puts up he lets in 3 goals and 6 shots against the Sens. So it's very up and down there. It'll maybe he has a bounce back performance in this one if he gets the start. And if it's vagina, then we know what we're gonna get. We're gonna get goals.
We're going in
score on that one. You can score on that one.
Just how we like it.
yeah, that shit's easy. So yeah, over 6 here would be the look as well as the Coyotes money line here. Just the Coyotes game, man. These games they get wild, especially late night games in a Pacific Division.
10:30 p.m.
I watch these games more than any other divisional games.
You probably do, eh?
I do, right? Because I see the whole 3 periods of these Coyotes, Sharks, Ducks, Kings games, and they're all stupid except for the Kings. They're boring compared to these other ones. Yeah, Coyotes, Sharks. Love this over. Love the Coyotes side here. Sharks are still very, very bad.
Yes, indeed. All right, that was a long 12-game slate here. Gentlemen, consensus plays. What do we got?
We got a decent amount here. We got the Leafs minus 162 and the over 6.5 at minus 142 in that game in Buffalo. The Panthers, Joel's on the money line minus 218, but I think Talon and I are both on the puck line at plus 114.
That's just 2 regulation.
Regulation. I mean, we're not tracking it. So yeah, for the listener, take regulation. Safe enough. Golden Knights, Lightning over 6.5 minus 105, especially now with Thompson out. So it's probably going to be Patera in that for them. Washington minus 120. Joel says to wait for that line, but he still likes the Capitals there on the back-to-back in Columbus. We're on the Habs plus 180. I think 2 of us are.
Yeah, I like the Habs.
Joel? No, Joel.
I just pass. I mean, I bet the Wild earlier, but at minus 220, I'm not going to bother with that.
Okay, I believe we're all on the Canucks plus 114 against the Stars, and the over 6.5 minus 105 in that one. Flames minus 148 on the road in Anaheim, and then the Coyotes minus 155 on the road in San Jose.
I'm laughing at Wings' comment.
Read it out loud.
Like,
for the listeners, all our podcast friends and pals.
This is why you should watch the live thing, so that you get funny comments like this. He says, "Jesus, I had to eat dinner, and you are still all." Wait, what does he say? I can't even talk. Jesus, I had to eat dinner, and you are still going and talking about clams. How many games are there anymore? There's 12. All right.
If there's a Sens game, it's gonna take an extra 10 minutes.
If there's a game in Winnipeg also, which there wasn't tonight, but that's gonna take an extra 5 minutes for Colin to introduce it.
You trying to tell me I'm the problem? Is that what you're telling me right
now? No, you're the solution.
Okay, if I'm Joel's the final solution, so that's all right. All right, moving down to the lock dogs and totals here. Current standings: Joel's in first place with a record of 26, 27, and 1, down 0.89 units. Ryan and I suck. I got a record of 23 and 31, down 13.67 units. Of course, it's 6-7. I don't think that's true. I think Ryan just put that in there to piss me off. Ryan is 19 and 35, down 20.33 units. You know what? Let's switch it up here. Ryan guy, why don't you kick us off on this one?
Yeah, my lock. I got the Avalanche minus 180 at home against the Senators. Senators are just shit right now. Avs need to bounce back after the loss in Chicago. Hopefully, another big favorite doesn't bite me in the ass there. My dog are the Canadians plus 180 at Minnesota. Just think that's too high of a price there. I think those two teams are more similar than the odds suggest. Then my total is the Sabres Leafs over 6.5 minus 142. Both teams can score. Both teams have bad goaltending. So like that over there.
I feel like I've been treading water for like 5 episodes. Like I'm either winning like a very slight amount or just losing a very slight amount. I've been like minus under a unit for the past 5 shows, it seems like. Yeah. And I'm just waiting to break through. So hopefully this is the show. to do it. Lock is Lightning money line -115. Ryan mentioned earlier, Patura is likely going to start with the Logan Thompson news, so get on this as soon as you can. Dog, we're going with another even money with the Oilers team total over 3.5. Worked for us last time with the Rangers against the Leafs, so let's keep that going. Total, honestly, I like a bunch of totals in this one. I almost want to change it, but I put it in. Bad things happen. Bad juju happens when you change, so I'm going to stick with the original one. Predators Flyers over 5.5, -125.
Okay, for myself, for my lock, give me the Leafs money line versus Buffalo -162. I really want to switch this to the Coyotes, but I'm with my boy Joel here. For my dog, Panthers on the puck line versus St. Louis +114. What we say, 8 of their past 10 wins have been by 2 or more. For the past 5 have been by 1 or 2 or more. And then Ryan brought up the point that every fucking loss St. Louis has had in regulation has been by more than 2 goals this year. And then for my total, Montreal, Minnesota under 6 -105. Mikey 88. I'm sorry, Montembeault has been playing fine, and Gustafson's been one of the best goalies in the past 3 weeks in the league. So the under 6 -105. I wish it was 6.5, but whatever. I will take the under 6. Okay, boys, we made it through. That was a long fucking show. Let's wrap this bad boy up. Everybody go check out the Sports Gambling Podcast Network website. That's the place to be. Tons of stuff in the world of sports, baby. We got hockey, we got football, we got college football, we got soccer. Maybe there's a bit of golf I haven't looked yet. In the Discord, if there is anything, I'll post some pics in there. What else is going on, baby? We got fucking baseball.
Swedish hockey in the Discord today.
Yeah,
also.
We had a nice play in the Allsvenskan League there, Tier 2 Sweden. So maybe I'll try and keep those rocking and rolling. I feel like every time I put a European fucking bet in the Discord this year, it's fucking lost. So it's good to finally come out on the winning end. That's nice. Anyways, tons of stuff in the world of sports. You can find all that information at the SGPN website. Be sure to check it out. Read the articles. Check out Ryan's fantasy hockey articles. Those still going good, buddy? You fucking doing all the shit?
Those are going good. Yeah, it's going great. Might have some. I'm gonna have some updated Cup futures at the holiday break, and maybe some World Juniors since Joel's not stepping up. So maybe I'll write some of that.
Right on. Well, speaking of World Juniors, we plan on recording an episode for that tomorrow. That should be out late Thursday night. So keep an eye out for that. Tournament doesn't start until I think Christmas Day they start kicking off.
Boxing Day, man.
Boxing Day, yeah. How did I forget that? Yeah, you're right. All right, so that's cool. And of course, shout out to all of our friends and pals in the Discord. Discord's always popping off. Great fucking support system in there. Fantastic talk about expected goals in there today. That was absolutely awesome. Tons of good stuff, man. So if you're not in the Discord, you're not making money. Shout out to all our friends and pals. We love you. We really do. If you want to get in the Discord, reach out to myself or Ryan on Twitter. We'll be sure to point you in the right direction. You can also reach out to the HGP Twitter account. Our social media assistant producer will get you going. He's a fucking stud. He's a beauty. Good-looking guy, too. He'll fucking be sure to hook you up there. Speaking of good-looking guys, what else you can do is reach out to our friend, Mr. Joel Meyer. And how do you do that? Well, you just got to join the official I Only Bet Totals Club. And if you're in the official I Only Bet Totals Club, chances are you'll see the president, Hockey Gambling Podcast's very own, proud native of BC, Canada, Joel Meyer, ladies and gentlemen, Joel Meyer. And he'll be sure to point you in the right direction as well.
Totally.
Yeah. Yeah, I might start a only betting draws and correct scores club now. After if you're not in the Discord, you missed out on my Islanders Capitals 2-2 correct score play. I think I threw it out last night on the show.
You said it last night anyway.
We could get a Capitals 3-2 overtime win, and that's exactly what happened here. Capitals are coming through for me, so hopefully you guys cashed on that. If not, make sure you are in the Discord, sg.pn/Discord. If you're not in there, you're not making money. And most importantly, you're not getting the support that you need. You know, sometimes you get down a little bit, you need some support, you need some positivity. So 100%. That's what the SGPN Discord is all about. Make sure you get in the hockey channel. Follow us on Twitter at HockeySGPN. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple and Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast. And subscribe on YouTube. Just search for the Hockey Gambling Podcast. We're going there live for all of our shows.
And there's no Panthers in the Discord because those sneaky little Panthers try coming in. We got a shark out there that's just gonna eat them. Hum nom, hum nom 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 nom. No Panthers.
No. Shout out to Fooly Cooley. We do have a Panthers fan in the Discord. I like this guy. He's coming hot. And, you know, I don't really like the Panthers as an organization. Fuck those Southern clubs. They don't have hockey culture, whatever. But I like this guy.
Fooly Cooley gets a pass. Sick name. Sick handle.
You'll like the Panthers when they win the division for you.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm kind of it's like betting on the Americans to win the World Juniors.
There's another team there that might take that division. I'm just gonna.
Money Puck gives the Leafs the best chance to win it, and I think
Money Puck sucks.
Money Puck has too much recency bias.
It's all XG. It's literally all XG. That's all it is. It doesn't take anything else into consideration.
Oh, well, I think I officially hate these motherfuckers at Money Puck. If you're from Money Puck, you can fucking suck my dick.
Money sucks.
Money sucks.
Yeah, money sucks more like it. All right, let's close this one up. My name is Talon Jancon. I am not the French Canadian. You can find me fighting with that one fucking asshole on Twitter that was trying to call me a tool for chirping the Sens. Turns out he's a fucking Leafs fan. How's that make any fucking sense? Fuck you, buddy. You're a loser.
I saw that. I did not get that. But I'm Ryan Gilbert. You can follow me on Twitter at rgilbertsop.
I'm Joel Meyer, and you'll find me drunk, which means you'll also find me singing. God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
Is that your favorite Christmas song, Joel?
Oh, yes, one of the best.
What's your favorite?
Oh, everyone check out Cher's new Christmas album. That's got some fucking bangers on there. DJ play a Christmas song. I like Christmas on there. She goes hard on Santa Baby, too. I mean, don't play that in front of kids, though. Don't play that one in front of kids.
Fucking Christ. I like what's the one they canceled because they said it was rapey? I really can't stay, baby. It's cool. That's a great Michael Bublé's version of that is absolutely fantastic. I think Frank Sinatra has a good one too. Stop canceling. That's just a good, wholehearted song.
It's a good song.
But he just wants to bang the chick. There's nothing rapey about that. Like, she doesn't have to stay. She's just asking.
It's not like our fault that back when it was written, it was expected where women couldn't stay at men's houses. Like that. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Why are these Christmas songs? Why can't these be holiday songs? They have nothing to do with Christmas.
Oh, I'm the holiday hoe. Okay.
Yeah. All right. You have your share then.
Yeah.
My God, rest you merry gentlemen.
I'm the Christmas slut. I'm allowed to like the rapey Christmas song.
That's true.
All right. Fuck this. Let's end it. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Peace.